Hey y'all. So I want to pick up where we left off yesterday. Oh, the cookbooks are supposed to come in today for Happy Healthy Holidays. I'm excited. And so I'm going to have the cookbook link live realistically Saturday morning. So that'll be available after our Saturday morning live. If you are not able to come to the event on September 30th, you can just go online to get the cookbook. But I hope that those of you that can will choose to come to the event. It's going to be great. And we have a guest speaker that's coming to talk to us about the importance of whole foods for our bodies, and we're just going to get to eat some really good food and fellowship. So that is, of course, on the ministry webpage. Just right there, you can click on the link to register, and I hope you'll do that. But I will share the information for the cookbooks and have that link live on Saturday. So back to Elijah and the God of Elijah. So I want to read from the Message translation, Elijah mocking the prophets of Baal. Just, of all the reasons, and you'll hear the last line. So let's go. So they took the ox he had given them, prepared it for the altar, then they prayed to Baal. They prayed all morning long. "Oh, Baal, answer us," but nothing happened, not so much as a whisper of a breeze. Desperate, they jumped and stomped on the altar they had made. And by noon, Elijah had started making fun of them, taunting, "Call a little louder. He is a god, after all. Maybe he's off meditating somewhere or other. Maybe he's gotten involved in a project. Maybe he's on vacation. You don't suppose he ever slept, do you? He needs to be waked up." So they prayed louder and louder, cutting themselves with swords and knives, a ritual common to them, until they were covered with blood. This went on well past noon. They used every religious trick and strategy they knew to make something happen on the altar. But nothing happened, not so much as a whisper, not a flicker of response. And so these things are very important. So much where we pull out. The challenge was that the God who answers with fire will prove to be, in fact, God. And we're going to settle this once and for all. So this challenge in front of Israel was a challenge of proving, right? And I think the way that the Message puts this at the very end is just sums it all up. And not just for then, now, but so much for us at times when we have just tried to make it our own way, that we have found a way that works, or like Israel, we didn't realize how far from pure, the plumb line, that we had gotten. We didn't realize how far we had gotten. And so looking at these rituals, so this dance, this limp and halt, let's see what the Amplified calls it. They leaped upon or limped about. There's just dancing around the altar. That doesn't work. The yelling doesn't work. All the commotion and fuss doesn't work. And so then they begin cutting themselves. And the Message says every religious trick and strategy that they knew to make something happen. See, when God is involved and we hear the word of the Lord and we do as he has commanded us to do, and we trust that he is God and that he will do what he said he will do, then it's not up to us to try every religious strategy or to figure out a trick to make it work. Because God does not need me to make it work. He needs me to be obedient. He needs me to be a willing vessel. He needs me to be bold, to trust, to wait for, hope, and expect him to do what he promised he would do, and to be who he says that he is. And so these prophets of Baal have just spent the entire morning doing and working and toiling and trying to no avail. Nothing. They're covered with blood, hoarse from screaming for hours and hours. Their bodies are mutilated. And the only thing they have to show for it is that their God did not answer, proving him not to be God. And we'll pick up here tomorrow. See you then. Bye, y'all.